like most, the thought of having to create content and schedule content and post across a dozen different social media channels is literally going to make you stop doing anything. You know that organic marketing can make you money, and it is something you should be doing, but the process is just so daunting. My name is Cody Getchell. I run a couple of different companies. One of them is a marketing agency. Another one is a coaching program that actually helps other people scale and launch marketing agencies. And one of the biggest things that we've done over the years, in fact, we make multiple seven figures just from our Facebook profiles alone, is content. And it's gotten harder and harder and harder right up until a point of about a year ago where it started to explode. And I want to show you in this video how I just created for a new client, a new company that's working with us, a 30-day content plan using nothing but AI across the board to be able to create it and then schedule it inside of Highlevel in literally under 30 minutes. A whole month's worth of content for them in under 30 minutes. And if you can replicate this process, you'll be able to not only do this for yourself, but potentially add it as another foot in the door offer, another high ticket thing that you could sell to your potential clients as a marketing agency. So without further ado, let's hop over and show you exactly what that looks like. First, from the client, they sent me a whole bunch of approved assets and approved stuff that they've used before. Okay, so when I open this up, you've got a whole bunch of posts and stuff that I can click into and see, okay, here's what they've been posting previously. Images, graphics, nicely designed, different stuff like this, okay? So you can take that. There's a whole bunch of images on here, and there's a whole bunch of graphics down here. So we need to do a few things. So number one, not really seeing a lot of copy on a lot of these. So what I did was we actually have previously created email sequences for this client. And so what these email sequences were actually for was for selling their product, upselling their product, all of this kind of stuff. So we have these big, long promotional sequences. So since there's not a lot of copy on these posts right now, what I did was I went back and I grabbed all of that copy from those emails and brought it over, and then also took some of these graphics. So what I'm doing is gathering information that's approved from them, okay? So I've taken screenshots of all these images, I've downloaded all these images, and then I've gone over to those email sequences and I've downloaded those. Now the two core tools I'm using for this is going to be Claude, okay? And it's also going to be a tool called Hedra. Hedra is simply a tool that allows you to tap into a whole bunch of different image editors, video editors, that kind of stuff. It's just the one that I like using. And just as a little side plug, if you do want to learn how to do stuff just like this, we're also doing AI cloning videos, AI images, graphics, all of this kind of stuff. You can actually do this for just $5 a month in my school group. I use it as kind of an AI playground, so you can see stuff like this all the time. So I go over to Claude. First thing I'm doing, okay, is I'm going to show you this whole prompt. So I need to create a 30-day content calendar spreadsheet. This is why I like to use Claude, because it has output that just looks great. It creates the actual documents, the actual spreadsheets. And I want to have a different thing, like variety of engagement questions, long form posts, and short style offer posts. Now, I've trained this previously on our style of content. If you go over to my Facebook page here, you'll see stuff like two-step posts here that we get a lot of content and engagement on, right? You'll see stuff like long form posts here that I like to have that are more pain driven, right? So you can it knows kind of what I'm talking about in here. It's been trained on this before. I then give it the company website to scan and pull from, and then I give it all the emails that I talked about for the different promo emails. You can see all these different promo emails. I give it a whole bunch of those that we've done. I copy pasted them, okay? And I say go. Then it spit out a content calendar for me. So the first thing it did was this one right here. Okay, it spit out a content calendar right here where it's giving me hooks, topics, it's giving me the whole caption and the body, CTAs, and hashtag suggestions, okay? And it's telling me which style of post right there that's doing, and just scroll all the way down and go to day 30. So I've got that now. Cool. So now I need to create images, right? So what I did was I took a whole bunch of the images, the ones that I found inside of here, inside of here, inside of here, right? By screenshotting them, and I put them into Hedra. I'm using Nano Banana Pro inside of here, and I'm using Hedra, and then I'm plugging this in. The prompt that I'm giving it is the attached reference images are approved previous designs for my social media clients' posts. I need a few new posts done up that will work well on Facebook and Instagram for the post below that fits their style and branding. Don't put the whole post on, and you can see that because the first one I made looked like this. I don't want all this text on it. It looks like shit, right? So I say, do not put the whole post on the image, only a bolded headline. So we have this, now it comes up like this, and it looks just like their other graphics, okay? And then I post the thing below, and I make it a square. And you can see I did this for a dozen or so of the posts, right? So that it came up through here. So now I've also got images for them. Now, I'm not going to use images for every single post. Some of them I'm just going to do engagement questions like you can see on here, right? What am I doing? I'm just putting 2 steps. I'm just putting this big bolded thing on here. But all of this, again, is a social media client. And the goal here is just to get busy looking, have the post be on there, make it look professional, and get some potential conversions out of it, which is why we're layering in the 2 steps and we're layering in the engagement questions. So mostly they just want it to be branded and looking good, okay? So you can see they did a pretty good job. So I take these, okay? Now what we're going to do is I go over to their GHL account. Let me log in here real quick. Okay, we're going to do this. So I'm logging into their Highlevel account. If you don't have a Highlevel account, by the way, what I'm about to show you, you can actually grab a free 30-day trial right down below in the description. We have an extended 30-day trial with our stuff just because we are a affiliate. We're actually one of the top 10 customers that they had on there. So if you are interested in something like that, you can actually grab a free 30-day trial right down below. So I'm over in their GHL account now. Okay, I'm going to switch to their system here. Okay, so we're in their GHL sub account. Someday we'll get there. Here we go. Okay, and now we want to go to marketing and we want to go to social planner. Okay, what this allows us to do is schedule posts. All right, so I want to schedule a new post. First, you're going to have to connect your socials if you don't have them yet. So you click this button, connect Facebook, connect Instagram, connect LinkedIn. Make sure you have those things scheduled at least, like connected on there. Then you're going to click new post. The first thing you should do when you create is you're going to actually upload from a CSV here, and you're going to first need to grab a example right here. By clicking this button, you'll get a sample file. Okay. Then you're going to come back over here and you're going to upload it. So this is what the sample file came back with. Okay. It came back with, actually, let me show you what the blank social example file looks like. Okay. So you're going to get the example file that looks just like this. And now you're going to have here. So you can delete all these things. Now, the one thing for the image URLs, what you have to do is you actually have to come over here in their system and you have to go to the media storage here and upload the images. So what I did was I created a folder called social media posting, right? Or social graphics, okay? And you upload them all because you're gonna copy the link right here. Okay, so download them from Hedra, upload them all into one folder. You're gonna grab this link and put it in the schedule, okay? So you're gonna come back over here and that's where this link goes. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your content, which is here, that we got from Claude, right? You're gonna grab either this or this, right? And you're gonna put the copy into this part. You're going to schedule what day and time you want by clicking on it and picking. You're going to put your image URL. Notice again, there's not image URLs for all of these, right? Only for some of them. So you have it. And you're going to put that here from what you grab for your Highlevel, and you're going to put the post copy here. Okay. And then when you upload into the system, so you're going to take this, you're going to download it. Make sure it has all the headers, even if you're making them blank. So all the headers, GIF URL, video URL, all of these have to be there. Download it as a CSV. Okay, and we've got the full month worth of content now, graphics, copy, and everything else. You go back, go back to the system here, right? And again, you go into marketing, social planner, upload, and you're going to upload from a CSV. You're going to load in the CSV here, right? And you'll hit next, and you're going to post to, and you're going to decide which one of your connected accounts. I would do Facebook, Instagram, everything else, and you're going to go create. I'm not going to do that because we've already scheduled this, but you get to have it in there that way. So now we have scheduled a whole month's worth of content for this client. We're able to use AI to create images really, really quickly. We're able to use AI to create copy and all of this stuff, not only based around what the actual client wants and in the format and type that it wants, but also in the strategy that you've trained it on before. Now, if you want to be able to make this even better, like if you haven't done what I've done before, which is pre-train it on all your different types, you take some of your best performing stuff, right? And you say, copy this. You say something along the lines of, here are some of my top performing posts, right? Two steps, or offer posts. Right? And you paste, right? Then you say long form social posts, right? and you paste, paste, paste. Engagement questions, right? And you paste, paste, paste. You get the idea. But all the ones that you get like a lot of comments on, like 145 is a good one, right? If you get a good engagement question like this, where you're getting some engagement, you put it all over here. And then finally you say, redo the copy to still fit their brand, but to follow the formatting of these 3 style of posts. Right? So you're training it to create the strategic copy and formatting that you want. And it will still create the entire thing. And then you do the same thing. You bring for the graphics and the style that they want, but with the different types of edits that you want to have on there. And you're able to really make that work. Okay? So hopefully that makes a lot of sense, guys. This is exactly how I just sat down literally today. So I wanted to shoot this for you guys so you guys can see how to, and leveraged AI to create 30 days of content in under 30 minutes. And I could do this again, again, and again for all types of clients, not just creating the content, but creating a creative brief, the copy, the graphics, and scheduling it out to post for the whole month. So 30 minutes every month by one person. It could even be a VA if you put that into an SOP process to have that done for a client. A client will pay you good money for it, or for your own self. You can fill up your social media without ever having to worry about doing all of this manually and spending hours and days and everything else researching constantly. One last little tip that you can do is you can also use AI to go research other people's platforms and profiles who are posting a lot of content all the time, and get it to make you a creative brief or examples or what it would suggest that you do based on what's working really well for them. The more information you feed into it, the better you give it information, right? The better out you will get. Garbage in, garbage out, but gold in, gold out. So take your time the first time, develop the process, feed it correctly, and it will be able to print this kind of stuff for you over and over again each month when it comes back to do it. So if your takeaway from this is you like it and you want to see more of this, make sure you smash the actual subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn the notifications on. If you want to actually get more face-to-face coaching from myself or from my business partner, we actually do something called the Diamond Club 2 times a week. You can join for only $7 for your first week so that you can test it all out by clicking down below in the description. And I hope you do, because I want to see more and more out there actually getting shit done. The rising tide lifts all boats, and we are open to helping you guys. We have over 1,000 people in these programs right now, all helping one another, all growing together, and I'm hoping to see you in there too. Otherwise, if not, make sure you subscribe. At the very least, we do videos just like this every single week, and I want to see you on them. Let's get out there and get shit done.